Shildt, how close were you to pulling some of your regulars when you got so far behind, or because you had a day off tomorrow, you're just going to ride with them the rest of the game no matter what happened?
I wouldn't say it was close. I mean, I want to see a little more baseball, and we saw it. And guys, fought their tails off to come back. If we'd have gotten to the 7th or 8th, then possibly. I mean, want to stay away from Yachty. So one of the factors is, you go do it too early. You're looking at an at bat for him or getting him on the field, which he would answer the bell and been there in the 9th for sure if we'd have needed him. But anyway, thought about it, didn't have to do it.
Does an 8-7 loss, the way you come back, feel different than just losing 7-0?
That's a great question. They both hurt, right? This one stings because, first I just got to say, just got a lot of love for that clubhouse, man. A lot of love for these guys. They're playing their tails off. They're leaving their hearts out there. This is a group that, how easy it could have been, and we see it. But you don't see it here with this group. You play 17 straight, and you've had some tough games not go your way recently, and you're down 7-0. So a lot of people would have proverbially thrown in the towel. This group wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to do it. They weren't going to do it. And, throw up a 7-run inning and have the go-ahead or the winning run rather at second base with nobody out in the 9th. It's a pretty special group. Just, hurt for them because you want to see the reward for the effort.
Have you ever seen a stretch like this where your team has played as good a defense as you played and you still lose all the games?
No. No. That's the thing that we can love about this game, and the game that can make you mad. And, Rob had a good stat yesterday. I mean, they were 2 for 29 with runners in scoring position leading into today's game. And we had played clean except for a ball that, we threw down the left field line yesterday, the whole series. And usually those recipes add up. And that's how we play baseball. They add up to shaking hands into the game. But, Winker almost single-handedly beat us today. Guy had a tremendous performance. And, we weren't able to get that last big hit.
So Yachty would have hit for the pitcher with the bases loaded in a tie game, then, right, in the 9th?
Correct.
Thank you.
Katie Wu, The Athletic.
Mike, something encouraging from today was that Nolan was 4 for 4, reached base safely all 5 times. Was scuffling a little bit, but in a 17-game stretch, you're at the second one already this season. It's kind of to be expected that guys are a little tired. How important is that off day tomorrow and for Nolan to continue the last 2 days of success that he's had?
They're both important. Nolan's a really good player. So, like I've said, there's going to be times where it doesn't work out. There's going to be a stretch where it doesn't work out, whether it's individually or as a group. And, to Kamish's point, we'll just keep playing the game. Nolan kept playing the game, got his hits yesterday, fought, scratch, clawed for 3 knocks yesterday, drove in 2 runs. And today was tremendous, bullet for a 2-run single. And it's the double down the line to, put us in a pretty good position in the 9th. So great swings. And, as representative of our team, he worked through a little bit of a patch that wasn't as good for him, but, came out of it, same as the club. Will be just the exact same way.
Thank you.
He's a really good player.
Stu Durando, St. Louis Post-Dispatch.
And Mike, the bullpen got called on again for a lot of innings today and held up really well, except for that one pitch in the 9th. Just your thoughts overall on the group effort and specifically on Rondone's debut.
Bullpen was fantastic. It's really been overall pretty good. They take the heat when it doesn't look good, but it's rewarding for when it is. And again, we're in it early. Johnny wasn't as sharp, and Miller was super effective for his 1-2-3 inning, and Rondon, good for him. He's makes his debut, gets a strikeout, and has a clean inning, and big clean inning. And then we do what we do and bring Gio in, and he throws up 2 scoreless, and Alex was good too. Just got a breaking ball up to Winker that he put a swing on to carry just far enough out of the ballpark. But bullpen was fantastic, and obviously a special day for Rondon, and a day he'll never forget. And good for him.
Thank you.
Benjamin Hockman, St. Louis Post-Dispatch.
Gant had only allowed one home run the whole season, and obviously the two in that game here today. The guy that hit him is a pretty good ball player, obviously. But can you describe what you saw from Gant?
Yeah, Johnny, that's the one thing. I mean, look, we've been able to stay with Johnny. He pitches in traffic and he gets ground balls. He got 5 ground ball outs a day out of his 12. Which he keeps the ball in the ballpark. He's done that historically for us. Just got some balls up to a guy that's seeing the ball well and not missing anything that he can put a swing on. And the second one, he put a good swing on it on a tough pitch. Wasn't really a bad pitch, but anyway, Johnny just up a little bit more tonight. Just not, he wasn't just not on the ground. I mean, he had 5 ground ball outs, but just wasn't quite as sharp. But we'll take Johnny any day. He got to put some good swings on him.
Zach Silver, MLB.com.
Mike, despite everything, you have had rallies in the 9th inning, chances to kind of take the game. I guess balancing the pleasure to see that, the ability to see guys kind of keep grinding. I guess how do you take that up? The ability that you guys have been able to keep doing that, and what is the bigger takeaway for you? The fact that you were able to get in that situation, or not being able to scratch those final runs across.
Well, I mean, look, you think about it. You're down 6-1 in the 9th, and you got the tie and run up. You're down 4-1. Or you go ahead run up rather 2 days ago. Yesterday tie and run, and then today, winning run again on the base at second base with nobody out. There's no consolation prizes in this game. We understand that, but I can confidently tell you this. I'm frustrated, but I'm not concerned. The reason I'm frustrated because we weren't able to get the result that we would have liked to have in the game. I'm not concerned because when you have a group of guys, to Commission's point, you're playing clean baseball. Our walks are down, so that narrative is improved, and we fought our tails off and competed at every turn. There'd be concern if there was other things that were taking place. Lack of effort, lack of fight, lack of competitive spirit, not playing clean, playing sloppy, beating ourselves. But that wasn't necessarily the case this whole series. And while it's frustrating, there's a ton to feel good about with this club. And I feel great about this club. I'm proud of them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
On your first off day forever, would you prefer your team, if possible, not think about baseball at all tomorrow?
I think they'll have their individual preferences. Some people will. I hope everybody just has a good day. A nice, refreshing day, and a good day with their families, and be able to enjoy the little bit outside of baseball. So my hope is there's a smile on the guys' faces tomorrow, and this group will come ready to play on Tuesday. I can tell you that.
How much would you be thinking about baseball tomorrow? Will you try to dial it down a little bit too?
I'll try. I don't think that's the luxury that I get afforded. There's always a series around the corner and decisions to be made, but that's my job, and I'm grateful for it, and I'm blessed to have it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Derek Gould, St. Louis Post-Dispatch.
Mike, Zach brought up the 9th innings the last few days. Today, you get the tying run with no outs there. Is there a difference for you between timely hitting and situational hitting in that case?
I think they can go hand in hand. I think, regardless of situation, there's an approach, right? And that allows you to have the best chance to get that timely hit. So I think, I don't think I know, every situation is just that. The situation's called for, and we've been able to handle a lot of good situations today, and we're able to bring that tie in and eventually, win and run in from second. So I don't know what more to say.
I just wondered if that's when you use the word frustration, if that's where the frustration lies, ball and play.
Frustration lies in not getting, a reward for the effort over the last 3 days. It's been pretty damn good for a group that, it's maybe no one wants to hear it. I'm not really sure what you want to hear. I care to some degree. I don't know if anybody cares about, people working their tail off and playing 17 straight and tough flights. I mean, that's our job. No, and I'm not complaining about it, but frustration when you see people that work through that, make zero excuse for it, figure out a way to compete and lay it out there when they're, mentally and physically beat up, and do everything they possibly can to come home with, one more run than the other team. You're frustrated when you don't see a reward for a group that's laying it slap out there. I mean, you watch this series and guys, I mean, again, you say, well, they do their job, but it's a group that every turn was all go, everything they had. And I got a ton of respect for that. So my frustration is for the lack of return on the investment.
Got it.
We'll be fine.
I just want to ask one, and maybe this is real inside baseball, but does the rules with the extra innings, does that change how you approach that ninth inning then, as far as playing for the tie, playing for the win?
No, there was no, nothing we did was there wasn't any strategy involved with playing for a tie or win in the ninth with the runner second base. Does that make sense? I mean,
It does. Yeah.
The other day, we played for the tie. We haven't been able to scratch many runs, and we wanted to play for the tie because we know where they're at in their order. We know where our bullpen's at. We know where their bullpen is. They've thrown their two guys already that they bring home games with, Sims and Antone. We know where our lineup's going to be if we don't. If we end up tying it, we're in the middle of our lineup the next inning. So that's a decision. We got Reyes and Gio in the back of our bullpen. That's the decision for the bunt. But today there was really, we're going to let Tyler hit and Sosa hit and obviously Rondon. So there wasn't really a, decision to play for the tie or the win.
Got it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We'd have been more aggressive playing for the win if we were playing for it, because our bullpen situation was now a little different.
Yeah. That's why I asked. I mean, your choice to have those guys hit is the strategy there. I mean,
Yeah, of course. I don't know what else we would have done, but if there was some strategy to be had, we'd have played for the win today because of where our bullpen was.
Got it. Thank you.
Yep, everything's not in a vacuum.
Benjamin?
Last question, just to spin it forward. Are you just excited to get Carlos back out there? The sooner he gets out there, perhaps the sooner he can wash away the previous start.
Yeah, I'm always excited to have our guys pitch. Carlos has been good this year. Wasn't a good outing for him last game. He'll be in his game, and I look forward to him pitching on Tuesday for sure.